hope everyone is having a lovely Tuesday evening. It is February 24th here in North Carolina. It's snowing, it's cold, and I hope you guys are staying completely warm out there. For those of you who are out and about. And today I wanted to come to jumpstart my new series on the Chronicles of a Plus Size Woman. Basically, talking about me and my life as who I am, first and foremost a woman, and I just so happen to be plus size. And I just want to come to you guys to talk about some of the things that go on in my daily life or routine and some of the issues I come across being a woman, being plus size. Um, so today's Chronicles of a Plus Size Woman, I'm going to talk about uh, fulfilling your dreams. Um, Pretty much, I am currently working on becoming an image consultant slash personal stylist. I have just completed my certification as an image consultant. I actually passed the test today. I made a 94. Yay! So I'm excited about that. I just recently started a position as a consultant working for a men's clothing store. So I'm excited about that as well. Get to learn all about man and the fitting and the clothing that they wear, the colors and things of that nature. So I'm really excited about that. I also just recently registered my business. It is called BB Style and Image. So that is also a big um, it's awesome. Like it's an experience that I never thought that I would ever experience. Being that I was always had a dream about being a police officer. So that's what I'm coming to you today about to talk about. My dreams since I can remember, going back from like 7 or 8 years old, was always to work in criminal justice. If it wasn't to be a lawyer, it was to be a Secret Service agent. If it wasn't Secret Service, it was going to be a police officer. Either way, I knew I was going to work in criminal justice. That was my dream. Well, when it was time for me to graduate from high school, going to college, I didn't have to think about um, my major because I knew what I was going to do. I went right into criminal justice. I loved the classes. I learned a lot. I even did my internship with the local police department there in North Carolina, in Durham, North Carolina. Ride-alongs. I did, so much with the local police department. This is what I wanted to do. No questions about it. Well, I graduated from college after 4 years. I was like, okay, this is it. Well, I worked. I needed money. I needed to make a living. I knew I wasn't going back home. I was going to stay right there in Durham. So I worked. I found a job. I kept the job. I kept a job. And it wasn't the job that I wanted, but I knew that I can work towards being a police officer right there in Durham. And I said, well, let me just work here and get myself situated. It never came. Um, Keep in mind, when I was in college, I think I started my freshman year, I was probably a size 12, 14. When I finished college, I was a size 18. So I got a freshman 15, sophomore 30, junior 45. I kept getting bigger. So, but in the meantime, I knew this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a police officer. So no problem. Well, never quite got into the gym to get, myself situated. I even went to the open house for the police department. I'm ready. I'm getting all the testing and all the physical, um, you know, uh, the requirements that I needed to be able to pass the test as far as written and physical, the running, sit-ups. I had all this memorized as far as what I needed to do, but I couldn't get all this to get it done. So, and I kept putting it off, But this is what I wanted to do. It would not be a day that goes by that I'm driving down the street and all of a sudden I hear sirens going. I'll go crazy. And I've seen some crazy things. And this is like, oh my God, this is what I want to do. Never got it done. But I said, if I don't be a police officer, that does not necessarily mean that I can't be in the criminal justice field. Because criminal justice is so broad. You can do any and everything. So cool. So I said, well, maybe police officer is not what I want to do right now. Let me get my foot in the door and then I'll, work my way up. So I started filling out crazy applications: 911 dispatcher, probation officer, correctional officer, sheriff, deputy, anything working with criminal justice. I filled it out. I had an opportunity with 911 dispatcher, went out there to take the test. I failed. The test consisted of spelling, consisted of memory, consisted of knowledge of paraphrasing, and I'm like, okay, I got this. This is nothing. I can spell. I know the difference between this and that. I can remember things. What's the problem? I failed the test. I cried my butt off. I was so sad that day. I was like, okay, something's not right. Am I dumb? I felt like a loser. So, brushed my shoulders off, got up again. I was like, alright, cool, that's fine. But I wasn't going to stop. I kept filling out different applications. But all I kept hearing was, we found somebody else more qualified. Cool. In the midst of all of this, I'm working for phone centers, customer service. I'm like, this is fine and dandy until I get what it is that I really want. Never got it. I didn't stop working for it though. I kept going. This is, I'm like, what, 23, still from 23 to the age of 30. 7 years I worked trying to get into the realm of criminal justice. Between this time, I've been laid off twice. The jobs that I did have was still in phone center positions. I worked one phone center for like 6 years, and I told myself that I wasn't going to go back to school. I was like, I don't need to go back to school in order to do what I want to do. But I was like, well, maybe I do. 2011, I went back to school to gain my master's degree in criminal justice. I did online schooling with Phoenix. I said, okay, this is it. The year that I graduated, 2 days later, I was laid off from my job. So I was like, yes, this is my time. This is it for me. I'm excited now. This is what God has for me. I'm going to focus on what God has for me. Focus on getting the job in criminal justice. This is it. So during this period of me not working, I filled out every job that you can imagine. Even the jobs I knew I wasn't qualified for, I still filled them out. I have a master's degree, okay? They can't turn me down now. There's no excuse. They turned me down. Every job that I applied for, we found someone else. We found someone else. No, thank you. We found someone else. So, okay. I even filled out a job that had nothing to do with criminal justice, but it was working for the city. Did 2 interviews and I still didn't get a job. I'm like, what is going on? Am I worse than I really thought? Am I bad at taking or doing interviews? Like, what's my problem? Do I need to change my resume? Is it my resume? Is it the way I talk? Is it the way I look? What is it? Is it me being this size? I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? Why can't I get a job? So after this second layoff, I'm like, something has to come. Something has to come, and I'm gonna get it. All right, 2 or 3 months before, I'm running out of money at this point. After being laid off, I'm like, I need this job. Well, I found a job working for Transportation Security Administration for Homeland Security. TSA, working in the airports. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this. This is it. Criminal justice, here I come. Anything dealing with criminal justice, that's what I'm thinking. So, filled out the application. I got the email. Hey, you made it to the next level. Let's take this test. All right, good. I got this. I got confidence. I'm done with the rest of my, with the past. That was the past. This is the present. This is my time. I went, took that test. I was like, yeah, I got this. Paraphrasing, picking out the item in the picture, and it was something else part of this test. I'm like, piece of cake. I got a 3.92 GPA in my master's program. I got straight A's. I got this. I failed. Right there, I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. Like, this is not what. So I'm like, okay, I don't want this job that I'm currently working. I don't want it. Okay. Now, in the meantime, let's rewind the year that I graduated from to get my master's and got laid off. I also started my blog, my plus size fashion blog, Classy Confident Curves. I started that at the same time, thinking this is just a hobby. I like doing it. I like dressing up. I like putting things together. Maybe I can do something out of this. No big thing, because criminal justice is what I wanted to involve myself in. Well, when I failed that test, that last test, and I figured, okay, I'm gonna be at this position, this phone center, for quite some time. But I couldn't take no for an answer. I got every no that I could possibly get in the realm of criminal justice. Well, since I've done my blog, I've got more yeses doing my blog than I got no with criminal justice. With that being said, I changed my dream over to personal styling and image consultant. I've got more yeses in this dream of mine than anything that I can ever imagine with doing in criminal justice. So it has nothing to do with my size. It has nothing to do with how smart I am. It was God's doing. Sometimes they say, you make God laugh by telling him your plans. I had already written this down when I was 7 years old. I'm going to do criminal justice. It ain't nothing else that I want to do in this world. That wasn't true. So, I'm working in my dreams. My dreams are coming true. The vision I have set out for me, I'll show you this. I even made a vision board, about what I want out of life. As you can see. So this is where it's at: styling, plus size, fashion, anything dealing with fashion, anything dealing with uplifting, motivation, motivating women to know that they're beautiful in their own body. If you want to lose weight and look great, that's fine, but do it for you and not anybody else. God has a plan for all of us, and it's good to have a dream. It's always great to have a vision. The people perish without a vision. It's in the Bible. So you have to have a vision. You have to have dreams. That doesn't necessarily mean the dreams that you have are necessarily going to come true. But dream. Keep dreaming. Keep visioning what you want to do with your life, and God will direct you in the right path. I am a living testimony to it, and I'm here to tell you that. This is it, people. Like, don't stop dreaming. Don't stop planning. Always, stay on that type of track. Never stop dreaming. So that's my word for today. My message for this new series that I'm starting with this message, the Chronicles of a Plus Size Woman. I'll be talking about everything under the sun. So if you like what I had to say today, and you feel like maybe I could talk about some things that you want to hear me talk about, that maybe I've experienced in my own life, feel free to drop that into the comment section. I'll have my contact information as well. So in the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. Again, stay warm, and if you're on the West Coast, I don't like you. Love you guys. Peace.